Well, hello again everyone. We're back in the motorhome. We've got young Mia with us and we're off to the Suffolk coast.
We are on the road.
We've arrived on site and we're hoping we're in time to go and get a pizza.
Pizza.
Closes at 8 and we've got, I think, 4 minutes to get there. Whew, made it. That was a pretty nice pizza, wasn't it? Did you enjoy yours?
Well, we shared the same pizza, but it was very nice.
Well, that's true. It was the same pizza, wasn't it? They only had 2 left, so...
Yeah, so we only just decided to get one.
Yeah, we shared one. We just had a pepperoni, well, just pepperoni really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we managed to get there in time, which was very lucky.
Yeah, by the skin of our teeth. Now we're going to have a look at the beach. Nikki's stayed by the bar. I think she's a bit worried about mosquitoes, so yeah, we're going to go down.
I don't care if I get bitten.
You don't care if you get bitten?
No.
What if it was a crocodile though?
Apart from
So there we go, there's the beach. It's quite a nice evening. It is a bit overcast. That over there is Sizewell B, so we're very close to Sizewell B. And young Mia is going to have a go at skimming some stones.
Oh, did you manage to do it? Well done. Careful. Hey!
So the campsite we're at, which is the Beach View Caravan Park, I believe it's called. And yeah, right by the seaside. There is the clubhouse there where we had our pizza. And the vans are just behind those trees there. Well, it started raining, so we're going to head back to the van. Nikki's already gone back to the van. Still need to plug it into the power and fill the water tank. So yeah, no bad thing to get back there and get us properly settled in. There we go, there's our van on our pitch. It's a fully serviced pitch, so we should be alright to top up with water. Not sure why the flashes are going. Maybe Nikki's having trouble with the alarm. I better go and find out. So there we go, we've now made up the front bunk. The dinette, well no it's not, it is a bed, yeah. We've made up the front bed. And the dinette table drops down and the little seat this side folds out. And yeah, it makes a nice double bed. There is a infill cushion which goes in there. We haven't bothered with that because it's only Mia and she's obviously quite little.
So it's the next morning and we're outside gonna make some pancakes and Nanny's gonna have toast.
I can't open this flipping
Yeah. This is gonna be managed to do it. Luckily he didn't stab himself in the face. Mix it.
Another bit of grass in it.
Why is there so many bits of grass?
I don't know.
Because I know I didn't get them in. Because you probably got them in because you had grassy hands.
Excuse me, I need this barking.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's mixed enough.
We're having a bit of problem with the kayak because it's not even hot, Grandpa says.
I've got the operator. Okay, so this is weird. The kayak's turned right up. The gas cylinder's screwed on properly. There is heat coming out, but just hardly any, or not very much heat. So the old pancake's cooking very slowly. Not sure quite what's wrong there.
So this is a bit disappointing because it's still not working.
It's getting warm. It's just not...
Yeah. You can see where it's like got bits where it's like cooking and stuff. But it's not working.
Can I have the bath, please?
It's not too disappointing though, because Nanny's taken the mixture inside the motorhome and she is now making pancakes in the motorhome, isn't she, Grandpa?
She is.
So at least we get some pancakes and food. So yeah. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the campsite. So obviously a bunch of motorhomes. I think we're going to go back to the beach later. Then there's like little huts over there, as you can see. People have like their tents and stuff. Speed bump. So if we go round here, more huts and things that you can book to stay in. Bunch of huts and stuff. More motorhomes. So this is where you come in. You come through down there. Okay, down there. Then you come down. Then you'll stop there. Someone will come next to the window of the driver, and then they'll tell you where to go, and then they'll meet you there. So it's called Beach View. And this is like the main bit. That's where you do like washing up and stuff. It's the bar and cafe time. And then it's the pizza opening hours. But Wednesday it's closed. For some reason, I'm not sure why. And it says, even here it says bar closed Wednesdays. Oh, and look, there's Nanny. I'm giving them a tour of the campsite. Yeah. Grandpa said I could. This is the toilet block. All ball games should be played on for sure to avoid infidelity. I can't say that. Let's go back now.
Alright, well we've left Nikki doing the washing up, and we've come back down to the beach. I did enjoy me pancakes that Nikki ended up cooking in the van, but really not sure what's up with that kayak. It's either the gas, yeah, God, I don't know. It's either the gas or maybe there's a problem with the valve. You can hear a very slight bubbling when the cylinder's connected, but it's not lit, so yeah, really not sure what's going on there. The kayak is quite old, so I don't know if you can buy a new valve mechanism for it. I think that is a possibility. Anyway.
Because it used to be your dad's, didn't it, Grandpa?
Yeah, it did. It used to be my dad's. Used to keep it on his boat. And yeah, he gave it to us when he sold his boat. So anyway, I'm sure we'll sort it out one way or the other.
We're going to try and skim some stones again now.
Yeah, skimming the stones is the order of the day this morning. well, that was fun, but it has started raining a bit, so we're going to head back to the van, see what Nikki's up to. Well, I think it's a shelter in the van job, at least for a little while, because it's a bit showery, isn't it? I think it's actually forecast to be showery for most of the day, so we're going to have a game of Boggle, apparently. Yeah. And Nanny will probably win, won't she?
Yes.
Yes.
As she did the last 2 games that we played last night.
Well, the rain's finally eased off a bit, so we've come out of the van and back to the beach, and our intention is to try and walk to Thorpe Ness. Well, we never made it to Thorpe Ness, did we, Mia? No, Mia didn't want to walk all the way to Thorpe Ness. Don't know why. I thought most people would like trudging through the stones in the searing heat, not a drop to drink for miles and miles and miles. But no, she turned it down, so we're going to head the other way, see if we can find somewhere for lunch. We've walked up now, we're really quite close to Sizewell. We're looking for Sizewell Tea, which is the cafe, so yeah, fingers crossed we'll get some lunch there.
So we have finished eating and we're going to go back to the motorhome, aren't we, Grandpa?
Yeah, and collect some sticks, I think.
For the fire, because we're going to, because tonight we're going to bring the fire pit onto the beach and have some food on the beach, I think. Aren't we, Grandpa?
That's a sort of plan, yeah.
Yeah, and we're just going to take an umbrella just in case, because it might rain. Because it was supposed to rain a lot today, and it has, hasn't it?
It has. Well, rained a little bit, not a lot.
True. What are we going to have for dinner, Grandpa?
There's sausages, though.
Okay. Yum, yum, sausages. I like sausages.
Well, when we got back to the van, the rain had really set in, so we sheltered there for a while, had a nice cup of tea, and did some drawings. But then it was time to go and get some sticks, because that was the plan, and you have to stick to the plan regardless. Well, we've gone and got some sticks, and our plan is Nikki's cooking some sausages in the van, and we're going to take them down to the beach with maybe some bread and some ketchup, and we're going to light our fire pit on the beach and yeah, maybe have a little bit of a picnic in the rain.
And I got some yummy on carrots.
Now, I know some people's opinions will vary on fires on the beach. I did check and there were no local bylaws or anything prohibiting fires on the beach. So I think it's okay if it's done responsibly and with a bit of consideration for other people. Now, funnily enough, there were not many other people on the beach in this rain and bad weather. So we weren't really disturbing anyone else, and we did use a fire pit, so we weren't sort of in danger of really damaging the beach, although it is a shingle beach, so I'm not really sure how you could damage it really with a fire pit as such. And of course we had the fire pit below the high water line, so any residual signs after we'd packed away after we were finished would be swept away by the sea. So I think we're okay in this instance having our fire pit on the beach. Well, we're back in the van now. Got the hot water heating up for some nice warm showers. How did you all like your picnic on the beach?
It was good, but very wet.
It was a little bit wet, wasn't it? But the fire helped keep you dry, didn't it? And
well,
warm.
It was very warm, yes. But it's chucking it down now, so.
It is chucking it down again now, yes.
And you just got back and your coat is very wet.
It is very wet.
And
Everything
so
is very wet.
Except for our clothes, because we had to cover some. But my trousers are wet.
Well, Sunday morning, we've got up, we've had pancakes for breakfast again, but Nanny's cooked them in the van this time. We're having those problems with the kayak. I think we're going to square everything away here, and then we're going to head off, and we're going to call in at Sutton Hoo on the way home.
And I think there's Viking things there, and at school, we have been learning about the Vikings, so that we might get to see some Viking artifacts.
We may well do. Well, we've arrived at Sutton Hoo. We had a little bit of a game finding the right car park. We went a little bit the wrong way, but we're in a proper motorhome car park now, and yeah, going to have a go and have a bit of a look round, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll look in the museum first, shall we? Next stop, the cafe. And what you got, Mia?
Victoria sponge cake.
Victoria sponge cake.
Coffee, I need it.
Well, there was a group of Anglo-Saxon reenactors that had set up nearby, so we went to have a look and see what was going on there. One chap had a set-up where he was letting youngsters have a go at sort of minting stamped coins. And of course Mia had to have a go at this, and he started off by flattening a little disc of metal with the hammer, and then trimming it off and rounding it up nicely with a file, then putting it onto the base stamp, putting a little sleeve over, which I guess was done more for safety than anything else, and then fitting a stamp in which fitted nicely in the little sleeve, and then giving it a good old welt with the hammer. Quite a few of the coins were being welted so hard that they were sticking to the bottom stamp, so chap had to prise them off with a knife, but at the end of it you got to keep your lovely coin that he had minted. So yeah, Mia was very pleased with that. Well, we're now walking down to have a bit of a look at the mounds. So we got to the top, and yeah, there's a pretty good view of the River Deben this way. So that, folks, was Sutton Hoo. What did you think of Sutton Hoo, Mia?
I really liked it.
That was good, wasn't it?
And I knew a lot about the Vikings because obviously I did it at school. So.
Yes. Yeah, you've just not long been doing about them, have you? So that was quite...
As soon as we stepped in here, we just felt a hot whiff.
Butter or no butter?
A whiff?
What?
What?
A whiff of hot air.
Oh yes, coming back into the van, it was very hot, wasn't it? Yeah.
Butter on your sandwich.
Butter on your sandwich? Butter on your sandwich.
We got some people made their own coins.
Yeah, including you.
Yeah.
Where's your coin? You showed it?
Yeah. So what you had to do was he would give you a wavy coin, and then you would have to flatten it with a hammer, and then you would get a file, and you would have to
clean the edges up, yeah.
Yeah.
Clean the edges up.
Make it a circle, and then you would put it on an engraved.
It's basically like a
piece of
stamp,
stone.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
A stamp in
Then
it.
you would put a cylinder with a hole in it on top of the bit, and then you would take a long piece that had the another print on the bottom. You'd put that on top of your coin, and then you would get the hammer and do a big slam on top of it.
Punch.
Not a punch, a slam with the hammer.
Yeah, but the piece of metal is called a punch, I'm guessing. Anyway, so that's about it, I think, for our weekend in Suffolk. I think we're going to have a little bit of a snack in the van, and then we'll be heading home.
And put the air conditioning on.
We can't put the air conditioning on because we're not plugged into electric hookup. So we can have the cab air conditioning on when we're driving home, but we can't have that one up there on because we're not hooked up to anything.
But it's so hot in here.
Anyhow, that's it from us, and we'll see you again soon in a future video.